Personally, I had a really hard time accepting the idea, which is renting someone as a fake friend or family member. So this question came up to my mind a million times.
Why do you do this job?
Many people might be fascinated as a uniquely Japanese phenomenon, but I was almost ashamed as a Japanese person that my country got an industry like it. But watching the movie, many Japanese people, including myself, might be taking positively now. For those who don't know, it's been just come out in Japan and surprisingly highly regarded with a lot of positive reviews to the point where the industry is booming again and they are getting more clients now.
家族をレンタルするっていうサービスに関してはすごく需要が増えておりますすごく寂しいということで、そういったことで自分自身の気持ちを和らげる、世の中の社会をもしかして変えられるんじゃないか。
レンタルファミリーって映画公開されたじゃないですか。あれを見て自分もレンタルしてみようかなって思う人が増えたんだと思う。特に東京だと孤独感を感じる人が多いと思うんですよ。隠す人が多いように思います。ですけど、その孤独感を認めて誰かに頼りたいっていう人もいて
Even though it's a Western movie produced by a Western company and actor, it's been appreciated by many of the Japanese audience, partially because it was directed by a Japanese person and all filmed in Japan, so it doesn't feel like a Western movie. But the bigger reason for the acceptance is that the movie is raising such an important issue.
You just get a therapist.
It's not that easy here. Mental health issues are stigmatized in this country. People have to turn to other things, like us.
That speak to us a lot whether we admit or not to mention a rising isolation and loneliness in this country. Nearly 40% are single households in 2020, driven by delayed marriage, rising divorce, and the elderly residents losing spouse. As we are struggle to find a human connection, nearly half are feeling loneliness, especially among younger generation.
It doesn't help that a growing number of businesses now cater to the rise of parties of one. There's single karaoke, a bar open only to those arriving stag. There are solo weddings, replete with professional photo shoots.
We all agree it's never been more important to talk about it, and yet still really hard to get rid of the stigma around it, as it's socially and culturally deeply ingrained into a mind from early age.
People there, it's possible to be very, very lonely, become very isolated, and it's a real health concern.
The mental health issue is stigmatized in Japan. Some people shied away from going to see doctors about it, but they are also shy to go to friends to talk about the problems.
Not to mention, some people don't have friends in the first place. He said that just like the movie, some of their clients are hikikomori, who are deeply traumatized by hard experiences, like bullying or workplace abuse. But many of them surely have a desire for human connection and making friends, and they really need practice for the future.
その人が代行レンタルして、友達ってこうやって作ればいいんだとか、友達として会話をするっていうのはこうやってやれば楽しく場を盛り上げるんだっていうのを学んでもらってですね、次本当の友達として遊んだりできるようにする。僕らのサービスを通じて次はもう代行がなくても大丈夫だという気持ちで育っていってほしい。
昔人間関係でトラウマがあって絶対変なこと言っちゃいけないとか失敗したくないって思う人がでもこういうレンタルプレッシャーも感じず、自由に話せるんじゃないかな。
Like I said, initially I was feeling cringe or weird about this kind of service, as it seemed ingenuine and manipulative, which is why he was hesitant.
It's a lie.
But on the second thought, I realized it's okay that different culture needs a different approach to their issues, as long as nobody gets harmed, and more importantly, it's coming from a good heart or intention.
どうして本当のことを言えばいいじゃないかって。わざわざ偽物の形で嘘を作るっていうのはちょっと理解ができないっていうのは確かにご意見なんですよね。そういったご意見も確かにあるんですけど、ただどうしても本当のことを言うことでうまくやりたいけどできないっていう要因っていろいろあるんですね。
In Japan, we often say this proverb, which means a white lie sometimes necessary, as we really dislike putting a burden on someone, especially our family or close friends. Maybe you can't understand this, but culturally it's quite common here to put your family's happiness first before the truth, because you genuinely care about them.
This is a necessity in Japanese society. How we show that we care is that that we don't burden the other person. My father didn't tell me he had cancer for 2 years because he just wanted me to live my life. Like, he didn't want to burden me. And of course, as a daughter, you're enraged, but I know deep down that that's how he loves me. And so I think that is what's behind the rental family service, that people can't or people don't want to trouble their loved ones. It's sometimes easier to pay somebody to be there for them.
なんかこう悩み事とか問題とかあると、一番最初に思うのが家族に迷惑かけたくないとか、負担にしたくないって思っちゃうんですよ。まあなんですけど、こういうおっさんレンタル、言うなれば赤の他人じゃないですか。こう悩みを自由に話せてしまうんじゃないかなって。
And especially recently, just like the movie, they are getting a lot of requests from single mothers or fathers. Sadly, Japan's getting a lot of divorces, and many of those kids need mental support that only their father or mother can provide.
家族の中に入って子供に対して僕らの本当のお父さん、本当のお母さんとして接する。そうすることで、子供の精神的な安定を図るっていう意味で、レンタルお父さんであっても、1日3回やったりするんですよ。違う現場で。
Definitely debatable though. Faking their daddy or mommy like that, and you may be ethically crossing the line. If the child found out, they might gonna be even more hurt or traumatized in the end. But sadly, it's been quite prevalent in Japan. Even today, it's not uncommon that not just you, but your child suffers from the consequence.
シングルマザーっていうハンディがあったために、断りされてしまったと。今の日本の社会って、当たり前のようにシングルマザーとかシングルファーザーとか、片親の家庭があるにもかかわらず、これから未来を背負っていくですね。子供たちがそういったところでちょっとハンディを背負ってしまう。
A single mother with a daughter who she wants to be accepted into a prestigious school has need of her daughter to believe that her father is now back in her life so she can keep up appearances for the entrance interview. It will help improve this girl's quality of life, albeit you are telling a lie to a child. Ethical and moral dilemmas.
これから歩んでいく人生を壊してしまうことになりかねない。子供が偽物のお父さんだってバレてしまったら、よりその子供の成長を妨げるようなきっかけになってしまう。ただ、自分の身で考えたときに、もうどうしても依頼をしないと、どうにもならないって方がやはり皆さん依頼するんですね。
And he emphasized, even if it started as a fake, it could become actually genuine after all. Because often it's not the one-time client, but you rather meet them regularly, so naturally attached to it.
It's growing on me.
So in a way, it's not necessarily fake, but you develop a genuine feeling or emotion with your client.
The surrogacy, the make-believe, the pretend actually gets real. Catch feelings for one another.Whether they meant to or not.
絆とか人のぬくもりっていうのをなんかそこでお互いに感じているものって決して偽りじゃないかなとは思います。
And he said that many of those people work for his company and hugely benefit from the experience because they develop a genuine feeling and improve as actors.
役者さんであって僕らは役者さんをいっぱい確保するわけじゃないんですけど、レンタルの現場っていうのは台本がない状態で実際にミスってはいけない場面でやらなきゃいけないので、そういったところで役者の勉強をしたいっていう方で登録される方、やはりその現場に入らないとですね、わからないことってまだまだたくさんあったりするので。
After all, Japan needs the service whether we like it or not, and it's okay that we do this way unlike the West, which many people in Japan might be starting to accept thanks to the movie, because it's never been more important to have a human connection these days, whether or not it's a fake.
We felt like there was an opportunity to tell a story that really depicts talk about human connection. City like Tokyo, right? In a big city, people feel more isolated every day because we grew up in a culture where you suppress your own feelings. People don't know how to approach other people rather than really to themselves, to ask for support, mental support to verbal support, and then therefore this, stuff like this service exists.
やりがいを日々感じて人の孤独を癒すっていう日本ではこういうサービスっていうの絶対必要だと思うんですよ。
Sometimes all we need is someone to look us in the eye and remind us we exist.